Welcome, and thank you for tuning into the Leadership Sovereignty Podcast. I'm your host, Ralph Owens, along with Terry Bailey. In today's episode, we'll cover topics such as the dangers of distractions, how your decisions can alter your destiny, and how the right person in your life can pull out of you what God intended you to be. Enjoy the show. That's right. And that's actually a perfect segue into our next section. So let's transition into that. So the dangers of distractions. Right. So we've acknowledged that we understand what our gifting is. We understand that we need to develop that seed, right, in order to become everything that God has created us to be. But do you realize that distractions come with danger attached to them? So what's one of the first things that come to mind for me is they can completely cause you to miss your destiny. It's not enough to know what your destiny is or what you're called to do. It's not enough to put the work in to achieve it, but you can completely miss it because of a distraction. I mean, what comes to mind for you, Terry, when you hear that?
It's funny you should say that, man, because I was sharing something with someone actually just yesterday. And there was a person, a very prominent person, and it was such a deep conversation that the person was having. And they were talking about this very thing. And what they were talking about is destiny and decisions. And so what they were saying is that I can make a decision to do something. That decision could very well bring about something that is, I'll just use the term of beauty or a life. But in making that decision and being connected to a person in a certain way could actually alter my destiny, because it's not and this where it got heavy. It got super heavy, the concept that he was talking about, because it had to do with the timing of it. Right? It had to do with timing and connection to the person. And I'll equate it like this. Ralph, it is no doubt in my mind that my destiny is tied to you.
Oh, absolutely.
Without question.
Yeah, we know that.
So here's the thing, right? We were not a part of the decision that connected us. That's where God was orchestrating things, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Terry, you get to wash you. Okay, a few years later, Ralph, you get to wash you. Okay, there's this problem. You guys are in these two different departments. You know, Terry's in the biggest department that uses this tool. You know, it's a burgeoning ecosystem that they brought Ralph on to build out because of his expertise. One day we meet, boom.
Yep.
Then we have a decision to make.
You're right.
You could have chose, I'm not sharing nothing with this dude. I could have chose, look, because you know how the wash you departments were. We were at odds. Everybody was trying to build their kingdoms.
Yeah.
But we made a different decision. I remember saying, hey, why don't you come over and we can sit and talk about it? It was probably a couple of hours. We sit and troubleshoot that environment. Come to find out, we knew a lot of the same people. We liked a lot of the same things.
Yep.
And then we decided to build a friendship. Right?
Yeah.
So the thing that he was most trying to explain is that most times we get to make the decision, but we don't get to choose the circumstances.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So now, sometimes you're making decisions and those consequences are short-circuiting your destiny because you're being tied to something that is now weighty on your life. Right? And I'll give the example that he gave. He said, look, this guy's a prominent person. He said, I can go out and have a relationship with someone and we have a beautiful child. The child in and of itself is beauty. But the person that I'm connected to with that child is not life for me.
Yep. It's a great example.
You see what I'm saying? So
great example.
It was, and so I'm thinking on so many levels about this, business wise. I woke up this morning, I told Shamik, I said, babe, I'm so glad you married me. I said, I'm in Houston, Texas. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Right.
I said, I got this business. You know what I'm saying? We got these great experiences with these great people. I live 10 minutes from one of my best friends in the world.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
You know, all because I said, I believe you are the one. I believe you're the right one for me.
I hear a song in that. Let's just put a pin in that.
You're the right one for me. Yes!
You're the right one for me.
Oh, that's nice. We're going to have to write that one together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah,
yes,
and on that, just building further onto that, right? Why did I make that decision? Right? It wasn't because she was beautiful. No, that's really, those things really get lower down the list when you really start thinking about your life and your destiny. Right. It's because this individual challenged me to be a better person.
That's it.
Challenged me to be a better man. Poured out the things that my dad wanted me to become. You see what I'm saying? The right person in your life, even from friendships, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to pull out the person in you that that God designed you to be.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I always say this. You got to ask yourself a couple questions when you're making a decision to be connected to something or somebody. Is this going to help me achieve my destiny? Or is it going to stop me from achieving my destiny and what I'm called to do? Because the right relationship is going to help you to become the person you need to be for your destiny, right? And, as a thought, you have to ask yourself, well, what has your attention, right? I remember I heard Steve Harvey make this quote. He said, don't get off the ladder of success to step down and to deal with a bottom dweller. I'm going to say that again. Don't get off the ladder of success to step down and deal with a bottom dweller. Now, I think I'm paraphrasing that, but basically what he was saying is, why would you take your energy to focus on someone who is never going to go any further than they are when you're already on track to becoming something great? Right? So what has your attention? Right? And some of those examples of those distractions can be social media. That's a big one right now. Terry and I were blessed to be able to grow up in a time where we remember where we didn't have social media. So it's not so addictive for us. We could just turn it off. But for younger generations, it's hard because you are constantly, and don't get me wrong, we know from a technology perspective that they've used psychology and algorithms to addict your mind to social media.
It does.
And if you don't believe us, watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It'll tell you all about it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. It is literally, man, it's literally like, honestly, it's a drug.
It is.
It's a drug. And to the point where you don't realize it, but it's creating a stimuli that you crave, right? It's no different than sugar.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Right. So social media can be a distraction. Thank you for listening to the Leadership Sovereignty Podcast. We hope that you not only enjoyed the content, but gained something to help you on your personal leadership journey. Feel free to reach out to us on X and Instagram under the handles Leadership Sovereignty. Until next time, stay safe, peace, and blessings.